Hi, so we are off eventing this weekend. First come back since COVID, which is really exciting. And I started packing tonight and we leave tomorrow at 11, so we'll get there at like 1:32. So I put all my braiding stuff in here, so where we're going you can't bring the horses into the camping area, which means you can't tack up at your float. So which means everything tends to go in the Fat Max that I need, apart from obviously bridles and things like that. So I just cart this down and it stays down at the stables, and then I don't have to worry about bringing anything. Cheers. Okay, so I've finally packed everything. Ow, I caught my finger. Which way is this going? Then in here I have ice because my ice boots will go in there. I just want to get some fuel so I can go. So we'll be going super soon, so I'm just giving Hugo some water.
Oh, videos. Oh, you got a new one.
Okay, so it is like 4 o'clock or something. I've had my pre-ride and we're all set up and ready to go. He was really good, a little excited, but no explosions or anything, so it was really good. I think he worked really well. I didn't have anyone on video, so I can't actually see if he looked good. I'm about to go wash him and braid him. Yay me. I hate it. I'll show you. Okay, so this is like a quarter, not even a quarter. So there's wash bays there, and Hugo is in that back stable. That little roof over there, like that one. He's in there. And there's more stables there. And yeah. And there's lots of people. There's lots of people here at the moment. This is quiet zone. But over there. I don't want people to know that I'm vlogging. So cute. So I've just done night check on Hugo. He got walked out before, as you would have seen. I rewrapped his back legs because the wraps had slipped a little bit, and I gave him some more hay, and I'm just filling up his water. It's pretty. Not bad, not bad. Boop. So I thought I'd do a voiceover for my test because it wasn't, I mean, it was quite a good test, but there were definitely some parts that I could have improved. So Hugo has a better trot right after canter, so my coach and I discussed that we would canter in until I had to trot down a center line. And he had a straight center line, although he was a little wobbly, especially across D, so about now you can kind of see him get a little wobbly. But he stayed very consistent through the contact and he was super good. We turn right, and then we circle a B up here, and he is great along this long side. How does he go? I think this first circle was a little dodgy. They were running behind, so I'd actually been on him for about half an hour, and he's only a horse I'll ride for about 15 minutes before I go in. So he was a bit tired by now, and I could have had his pole higher than what it was, but he was still pretty decent. I think we scored a 6.5 or a 7 for that circle or something. Here he got a little resistant, just came up the bit for a second, but we didn't really get marked down for that, so that was okay. Diagonals are definitely our strong points, and that's where we get our highest scores all the time. So this one we scored a 7, so it was pretty decent. Diagonal. I have a canon transition between C and H, and it was so dodgy, and I just didn't prepare him properly. And then here he has his quarters in on the long side, but the judge couldn't see because the judge was at C. But his hindquarters did come in on the circle because I didn't have him bending through his body. So the judge commented on that, but like he still worked super well. So I was super happy with him. He kind of fell into the trot because that hind end had to come back straight. So I just really could have ridden him better. That walk transition wasn't too bad actually. Our transitions are normally really bad. I'm going to fast forward the walk because nobody wants to see this, but we scored a 7 for our walk, and our walk is our worst gait, so I was super happy with that. Yeah, so he was actually very nice to his medium walk, and then when we get to E, we have to do a free rein walk, and our free rein has gotten so bad, and he was just super like inconsistent with his head and stuff. We still got a 6.5 or something like that. This transition back to a medium walk was so bad, and I just could not get him soft by C because we had to trot. So it was a pretty average transition, and the judge was pretty nice and gave us like a 6 or a 6.5 or something. So down the long side I got him back together. He was feeling super. This circle scored a 7. It was much better. He was more on the forehand than the first circle, but it was a better shape, and he was bending through his body. He could have been tracking up a little more, and there he had a sneeze, so he dropped his head a little bit. But no, it was a super calm test. He's normally a super hot horse, so we were really happy just to have a calm test. He's super through here. We go across the diagonal. We scored an 8 for this. I was so over the moon to see that because, like, I reckon it was pretty cool. But he felt awesome along this diagonal. He was just like strutting his stuff. So then we have a cannon transition up here, and it was so much better than the other one. He could have been a little more off my aid, but he was pretty good considering. He has an awesome canter up there, nice and uphill. Lose it a little bit on the circle, but then we regain it again. He's bending nicely. He was just a super good boy, and he just did everything that I asked. So I couldn't ask more than that. Then we trot again, and the trot was super. We get a 7 or something. And then we came down the center line, and I kind of forgot that I was at the end of my test, so I didn't prepare him through the corner, so it was a little bit rushed. But we still made the center line, and we got a 7 for our center line and our halt. He wasn't quite straight, but it was maintained. So I was super happy with him, and we were in 10th. I just want to quickly explain this first jump. They decided to do a course walk right before I went in, and so he was standing around for like 5 minutes, so he wasn't really in jumping mode, but he got it all back together, so enjoyed my round. Super good boy after dressage and show jumping. So I kind of forgot that I was vlogging. I am currently I was sitting in 9th after dressage out of 29, so on 33.1 penalty, so 66.94%. He was super good, and we just had show jumping, and we went double clear. Good, so now we're in 8th, and the ride is the class hasn't finished yet, and then we have cross country tomorrow, so it's about 11 o'clock. No, it's probably like 11:30. And we are done for the day until tomorrow when we have cross country. He was such a good boy. The vlog.
No.
Wow, Benny's handsome. Cosby. You're not allowed to knock any rails.
I won't.
No
Okay.
pressure.
No pressure at all.
Up at the jump side, not flat.
Good boy. Good boy, Cosby. Good. Having some lunch.
Two here. Go to the bag. The black bag. Good for your butt.
No, thank you.
No, I'll just eat them all. That's why I want to share it. If I share them, then it's less.
Oh, she's so
What are you
cute.
looking for? I think Pringles and
Oh my god.
there's the jellies.
in here.
Ponies.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It was a good throw. How do I know? Because the crowd went. In response to the way that I was kicking it, smooth and individual rhymes, always original.
Don't. Good boy, Flashy. Good job, buddy. And there's Haley's horse, Luke, and her mum's horse. Day 2. Hey, buddy. Yeah, pretty it is. So it's currently 6:20 and I'm just driving down to the cross country course to walk it for the 3rd time. I really don't need to walk it for the 3rd time because I've competed here before and I've also schooled here, so I know the course really well, so I really don't need to. And I do know my course, I'm just kind of walking it again because I have the time to, and then I don't have to worry that, you know, and plus there's just a couple of jumps that I'm questioning. My horse has eaten a bale and a half in 2 days. He doesn't stop, I swear. I'm just grabbing a breastplate and then I'm gonna go tack him up. anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the little vlog video thingy. And I'll hope to do it at Toowoomba again. We'll see.